I'm very used to sitting alongside my next guest on the Loose Women panel. But, of course, Brenda Edwards is known for starring in shows like We Will Rock You and Chicago. And now she's going behind the scenes as she makes her directorial debut in Hairspray, the musical. I mean, can you fit anything else in, Brenda?
I think so. Let's try. Of course, wedge it in there.
So Hairspray, it started, it's kicked off. How's it been going?
It's been going really well. We opened in Manchester at the Palace Theatre, which was amazing, and then moved to Cardiff. And this week it's Canterbury, and then Chelmsford, and then just all over the UK and Ireland. Yeah, we're doing Belfast as well.
Belfast, absolutely. Yeah. Yes, I know. Yeah. My sister told me the other day. It's all sorted. You're seeing this, of course, from a slightly different perspective, because like we say, you've been in Hairspray 3 times before. Yeah. But you're taking on the directorial kind of position in this, which it's a very different way to work, of course.
Very different and very overwhelming, but very exciting. Because obviously, as you said, I was in the show since 2014. I started in this particular production, playing Motormouth Maybelle, and it's just a joyous show, but it's got a really poignant message, unfortunately still relevant today.
Absolutely, yes. You know, so we're talking racism and discrimination. A story that was written years ago.
Well, yeah, it was based on a true story of the Buddy Dean show, set in back in 1962 Baltimore. And it's about, as you say, discrimination, and it's about a young girl called Tracy Turnblad who just wants everybody to get on, and she doesn't understand why there is segregation, and you know, everybody just wants to come together and have a good time. Yeah. But yeah, it's really different being behind the scenes. Whereas when I was doing the role, I just had to worry about getting my lines, knowing where to stand on the stage and performing it. And now, you know, I'm in charge of this cast and putting it together with the wonderful co-direction with Paul Kerrison, who directed me in it originally.
What a lovely little full circle.
Oh, it's amazing.
But the casting part of it, and I remember us talking about this ages ago, that's the bit that you've really enjoyed. And it's difficult, I know, but you were really keen to try and bring in new talent, people that never would have had those opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, I think they used to, you know, I was from X Factor back in 2005, and that was an open audition, and I queued for hours, and I got up there and you know, managed to become a semi-finalist of that show, and it was something in the audience every week was my son Jamal, and he started SBTV from that experience that I had, wanting to give people opportunities. And I just wanted to do the same thing. And luckily the producers agreed to it. And we held these open auditions. I think 3,000 people sent in their submissions, and then, you know, the casting directors went through it all, and I managed to find my Motormouth from those open auditions, and she is amazing. Michelle Ndigwa, oh my gosh, her voice.
Big star in the making, isn't she?
Yeah, and you would never think that she's not had any experience on the stage. Every time she sings, I just get goose pimples. Yeah. So I'm very, very proud of everybody that's in the show. It's amazing.
You mentioned Jamal, because that's exactly what he did with the Ed Sheerans of this world and many other big artists. So you all need a chance and have someone to
just
believe in you.
Yeah, and you know, if you've got that passion, that's what's needed. You just want to, you know, it's such a wonderful joy singing on stage every night and performing to audiences all over the country and getting that, you know, that respect and just getting your message across through song. Through song,
exactly. Yeah. Well, you get it through song as well on Loose Women, because you've got your corridor sessions, which I think I was lucky enough to appear in once. Not singing, needless to say. I just made it like a fleeting appearance.
Yeah, a nice cameo. But, you know, everybody, it's great acoustics in that corridor, as you know. And so, and again, that was Jamal that says to me, Mummy, why don't you try and do something with your singing? You sing, go down and do something in the corridor. So, yeah, now I do it and take requests.
And that's it. Before every live show, I hear you out in the corridor. It's what we do now, isn't it? But can you see yourself releasing some of your own new music again, Brenda? I know everything's incredibly busy for you, but it is still what you love to do.
Well, I you know, not many people might know this, but I've produced and arranged my own debut album, which is available. It's out there. I just did it independently and put it all together, and it would be nice. I've got a lot to say of, you know, of the last few years that has unfortunately happened to me. So there is things that I can put pen to paper and put down, but I am a little bit busy right now with the trust, with Loose Women, and you know, and Hairspray, and there's a lot going on.
You've been in Loose Women since 2019, I think it was.
Yeah.
Because I remember those early days, and then suddenly you become part of the family quite quickly, don't you?
Yeah, and what a brilliant family and beautiful family it is. You know, I'm a bit biased. I love you.
You know, I love you too. But it's such a lovely thing when you come in and go, oh right, this is like, it's not you don't call it work.
No, and it's really nice to be able to use your platform in this way and to just help everybody and share our experiences. That's what we do. It's our real life experiences, and if it can help anybody else out there that's watching the show, then it's all good.
But you do that so well because you're always so energetic and full of life, Brenda. And as you say, you know, you've come up against it and experienced and gone through some really tough things in recent years. Yeah. But you're such an inspiration, I think, to anyone watching, going, my gosh, look at her go almost.
Well,
you know?
I mean, I think everybody has their problems and they have their tragedies and things that they go through, and it's how you deal with it. And I just deal with it in my way and try to stay as positive as possible and try to give a positive message to everyone. And that's really nice if I'm inspiring anybody else and giving them the strength to face each day with whatever trials that might come their way, which is kind of like Hairspray. You know, you just got to get up and have a voice, and that's what Tracy Turnblad has for so many.
So many. Well, I can't believe you're now director. Oh my goodness! Have you got your own chair with your name on the back?
No, I have got a chair, but it hasn't got director.
Oh, we've got to get that sorted. I thought that's what it was.
No,
right.
I mean, we move every week. It's a weekly tour, so it's, you know, you don't
get
really
a foldable chair. It's fine.
Don't. I have already got them. You know that.
And your fan. Brenda never goes anywhere without her fan. You know that. We see this on the Loose Women desk all the time, don't we?
It just gets so hot under the lights and everything. But you know, you've got to try and make good of what your hand has dealt to you.
Too right, Brenda. Honestly, I feel really proud of you. It's such a big thing, honestly.
Thank you so much.
Like
and thank you always for your support.
Oh my
You're
goodness.
always supporting me and my shows and everything. So
That,
I really appreciate it.
Absolutely no problem at all. And Hairspray will be toured the whole of the UK. And like I say, it's kicked off in Manchester and it's going right the way across the UK until April 2025. That's a lot of singing.
That's a long time.
That's a lot of singing.